All right. So if you've ever been hot one day and then not for like the next month, or you're just completely stuck, you're in paralysis, you can't get yourself moving, then this episode is definitely for you. And honestly, even if you're a person that's getting something done, but you're like, man, I know I could be doing so much more and so much better, then you're going to want to plug in as well. So let's get into this training today. Let's go. What is up, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Thanks so much for plugging in. Being stuck is not a fun place to be, right? Sometimes it's interesting in areas of our life where we get stuck in what I call like it's like the spinning circle of doom. It's like you want to go in this other direction, and then you just kind of keep repeating that same thing. It's like I'm on Groundhog Day repeat, and it's one thing to be on Groundhog Day repeat if you're doing something that's great, that's moving you forward, and it's just like, yes, yes, yes. But unfortunately, a lot of people get stuck in things that just aren't serving them well. And obviously, you're plugging into me for business, so we're going to stay on the business focus. But I can tell you that in my own life, and it's like that whole phrase, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I've talked about this a bunch. That's totally not true, because you can have somebody who's incredibly successful in business and, their health is crap, or their relationships are crap, or maybe they got a great marriage, but they can't figure out a way to get a business moving. So, and I don't need to give a bunch of other examples. So, but here's the thing, like being stuck sucks. I don't know. I don't have a better word than that. It just sucks. You join a business, you have this intention of doing something, you want to be successful, but then you just don't do it. And it's not laziness for most people. It's not that you're just not willing to do the work. The truth is that most people, in whatever they do outside of network marketing, they probably work hard already. In fact, many people work very, very hard. So it's not generally speaking, it's not laziness. And I'm not going to get in. What I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to give you some solutions, some immediate and direct solutions to get you unstuck. Okay. And look, I've done this for so long that there is absolutely zero question in my mind as to why people don't act, or why people get into action and then something happens and then they stop acting and they can't get back to it. So we'll talk about a couple of those things today. So why don't people act? Now look, you might be watching this. You're like, bro, Todd, I'm not stuck. You're not talking to me. Well, that's cool. Maybe you can use this for somebody on your team that most definitely is stuck. Okay. Because you will look there in every team, large or small, there's going to be people that are doing and engage. And then there's people that just can't get off of the starting gate. And so let's analyze that quickly. And then let me provide you at the tail end of this training, I'm going to provide you what I know is a 100% guaranteed, without fail solution to get anybody into action and stay there. Yeah, that is a big promise, but I'm willing to back it up. And we'll get into that at the tail end of today. So, all right. So why don't people act? Or why might somebody be stuck? I don't even, it may not even be considered stuck at this point. If you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to do it, you're probably not going to step into it. It's even like talking about starting, getting started off the blocks or the starting line. Like, for example, I grew up swimming competitively, and we would literally be on starting blocks. Now they're like different today. It's like higher tech, but you would, the gun would go off and you would jump and dive into the pool. Now, if you didn't know how to swim, there's no way that you would be diving into the pool because you don't know how to swim. You would drown. Think about this for a second. When you're bringing somebody onto your team, or maybe this is you, I don't know. You're bringing somebody into your team and they have no clue what to do nor how to do it. They are not going to do it. That's why very, very early on in someone's network marketing journey, it's imperative that we show them the way, that we give them really simple guidance, direction, steps, ABCs, one, two, threes, do this, and do that. If we fail to do that, and well, if you don't point them in the right direction and give them a set of instructions, if you will, they're most people aren't going to do anything. Now beyond that, it's like, okay, I can sit here and here's the instruction manual, fine. And that's bare bones minimum. But then if I were to actually go, look, man, let's do this. Let's go do this together. Let me show you. Let me work with you and help you get comfortable doing what we do here. The odds of you doing and the odds of you sticking around are going to be greatly increased. And we could take this in anything, but of course, we're talking specifically about network marketing today. So think about that for a second. This is a good thing for you, either personally, if you're experiencing stuckness, or if you got somebody on your team, or you got people that just aren't initiating, they're not taking action, or they're taking action and they pause. So it's good. It's always good in self-employed situations to do a gut check, a reality check. Let's look in the mirror and do a little personal analysis of where I'm at. Now, this is like pretty straightforward and simple. Through all the years I've done this, there is no bigger reason why people don't take action, even if you provided them ABCs, one, two, threes, willing to hold their hand, willing to work with them, willing to lock arms. And then some of those people still won't initiate. They still won't take action. And I know you guys probably get sick of hearing this. Well, unless you're new, you ain't getting sick of it because it's the first time you've heard it, at least from me. They get so stuck in here. This is the big stopper. Am I good enough? Why would anybody listen to me? Why would anyone follow me? I've never made any money. Maybe this is a pyramid scheme. Maybe my mom was right. Well, my aunt tried one of those. It didn't work for her. I don't do sales. I'm not good at sales. I'm not good enough. And on and on and on and on. I mean, that negative self-talk is so incredibly destructive. And it will stop even the most talented person dead in their tracks, where they won't do anything. I've seen some truly amazing people, like good in other areas, like great, truly successful someplace else. Great relationships, great business person. They get in here and they're so stuck in, oh man, network marketing, that they're so lacking, first and foremost, lacking in belief around network marketing. That's why, like, on almost every stage I speak on around the world, I talk about this because it is the great stopper. And I'm not going to go into like the whole analysis of that in today's episode, because I want to go straight to solution. Okay. I can sit here and talk about the profession of network marketing and the billions of, 182 billion a year, 100 million people involved, and, the pillars of belief. I'm not going to get into the depth of that. Okay. The biggest variable in every scenario is the individual. Like the profession of network marketing, your company, your products, those are all like stable pillars, if you will. And the only thing that's like on trial is the person, because they haven't done it before. So that's why, like, okay, let's show them the ropes. Let's work with them. Let's address their questions and concerns as they're doing it. Let's give them, little tweaks. Let's help them move this direction, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, slow down, speed up, whatever it is, right? But the spinning, it's interesting because the spinning circle that goes on in here tends to create the spinning circle out here of repeated activities or lack of activities. Oh, I'm really excited about this thing. I really want to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, no. No. Okay. Oh, next day. Same thing, right? And it just repeats and repeats and repeats. And then after it's repeated enough, they bail. They just don't, they've not done anything for so long that, and then they're frustrated, even though they didn't do anything. They're frustrated. Then they're like, I don't really think that, like, somebody who hasn't done the work, they really haven't done the work, and they're frustrated because they haven't gotten the results. I've talked about this a ton of times too. It's like, You're mad at the lack of results from the work that you never did. That's one thing. But to be in there and to really want it, and then here's the other thing. Sometimes people do the activity and they're doing the right activity, but then they're not getting the result. And then they start to go, but well, wait a second. I'm definitely going, now I'm pulling back the reins. I'm going on pause because I've been doing this and I haven't seen the fruits of my labor. Even if they exercise patience, like somebody is like, well, I've been in for a week. I haven't made 10 grand. Well, it takes a little bit longer for your tree to bear fruit than a week. Right. So here's the thing with this whole idea of getting unstuck. Okay. Like a couple things, like for example, I've run the longest standing group coaching program in network marketing. I've run this thing since 2008. I'm not talking about that today, by the way, but I'm just telling you, I've helped thousands of people get unstuck. It's a group dynamic through a 12-week coaching program. If you follow me, you're probably familiar with A-Team. Maybe you've done it. And anybody who treats that seriously will get into motion, will get into action. Is it the final solution for somebody? No, it's not. And I've never said this is the final solution. Is it effective? It's highly effective. I wouldn't continue to do it quarter in, quarter out, year in, year out since 2008. I don't even know how many years that is. It's like, I won't even do the math, but a long time. And I continue to do it because it's one of those things that can help people learn to be more accountable. Now, something I want to share with you, and this is where I'm going into I guarantee you get unstuck, is if I get my hands on you, figuratively, okay? Not literally, figuratively get my hands on you. So I've been doing this for 36 years at this point. I'm pretty good at network marketing at this point. You would hope to be good at something that you've done day in, day out for that long of a period of time. I don't think there's a person that is in network marketing unless they have the complete inability to communicate in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know, maybe we can probably even work past that. I don't know. That I couldn't get into a high level of action and ultimately get a high degree of results. But what that involves is me being personally involved with you. That means not you buying a training program, cracking the code to success in network marketing, whatever. I'm not going to name all the products. I got a bunch of them. I mean, those are all great. And if you listen, you take notes and you apply, yeah, you'll get results. But there's nothing better than having someone work directly with you. Now, I really like one-on-one coaching is something that I really don't do a lot of. In fact, very little one-on-one coaching by choice. Okay. It's just, I don't want to coach 10, 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. I have friends that do that, and it's just not my style. Prior to us being forced to be locked down for a long period of time, I was running regular, what's the right term for it? Well, it's called a retreat. Okay. Regular retreats, recruiting retreats. But when we went into lockdown, we couldn't see anybody. I had to cut them off. So I brought those back. Here's the good news. I made an announcement, depending on when you watch this, about a week and a half ago. Hey, recruiting retreats are back. It's happening in March. And I didn't even put a website up. The bad news is you can no longer register for the March retreat. That's done. The good news is I have enough demand for it and there's enough need for it where I'm doing another one in April. Okay. So again, depending on, if you're catching this when we release this, April 1st through 5th is my next recruiting retreat. Here's my guarantee. Let's say you're just, man, you're hot. You're not, you're stuck. You're completely stuck. You're frozen. Like a good friend of mine I talked to yesterday has just kind of been off. It's just been off. There's a lot of things going on with him. So he's been off. You're just like, you want to really get serious about getting into like major business building action, but for whatever reason, every time you step here, step up to the desk, step where you step, you're just not doing it. Here's the problem with that. If you continue to do that, you're paying a heavy price. The price you're paying is like, okay, here's another month and another month and another month of me not making anything, or me just staying where I'm at if you're already making something and maybe you slipped into some funk, which can happen. So you're going to pay for it by lack of production, by frustration, by ultimately for a lot of people just throwing in the towel. And this business is too good to throw in the towel. When you get network marketing going right, there is nothing better. There's nothing better. And I love helping. I love being, again, not figurative. I'm not touching you, figuratively hands-on. I got to clarify. But in close proximity, that means like, here's the way these recruiting retreats work. You fly in to my town. I live with you for 4 days, and I work with you in your business, helping you to build your business. So it's almost like I'm your business partner, your upline. I'm not your upline. We work together in your business, but I've got decades of experience in network marketing where I can directly right now, as we're working, be able to adjust you, fix you, shift you as we do stuff. This is not a seminar. This is not Todd speaking from the platform. This is not Todd speaking into a camera. This is all full on business building activities the entire time we're there. I was having a blast doing these. I was doing them about every other month until that thing happened. A lot of times it's like you don't even hear about it because, okay, done. I got a group of people from one company, boom, they fly in, done. Or, whatever. So the next one's happening April 1st through 5th. Just look at it this way. You just look at yourself and go, okay, do I think this guy Todd can get me moving? And here's the guarantee, okay? If you fly into my retreat, and again, you'd fly in on Tuesday or drive, depending on where you're at. Most people fly. You fly in on Tuesday. We get into the house Tuesday night. All day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and all day Friday. 3 days from like 8 o'clock in the morning till whatever, 5, 6 o'clock at night. All we're doing, nothing else, is driving growth in your business for 3 straight days. Most people, like, the amount of business building activity that you'll get done during that time frame will be more than you've probably ever done. You'll get more done in 3 days than you could have ever imagined doing before. And the other thing is, it sets people onto it sets their sail differently. When they leave, it's like, man, I had no idea I could actually be this productive. This is a totally different way of thinking in terms of growing my business. And because I'm living in the house with you, okay? So we all got our own rooms. Nobody's splitting any rooms. By the way, because of the house that we're in, I can take 8 people max. No more than 8. Not 15, not 9, 8. So that's why, how come I don't hear about this being announced and constantly promoted? Because by the time we start promoting it, it's done. It's like, you might have heard of the March one. Too late. So next one is April 1st through 5th. You fly into Bend, Oregon. All you got to do is get here, okay? I put you up in the house. I feed you. You got dietary restrictions or whatever. Totally fine. I have a caterer come in for tons of food in the house. I have a caterer that comes in on Wednesday and Thursday night so we sit down, break bread together, talk about the day, have a great meal. And then Friday, I don't bring the caterer in. I make you tacos. That's just the way. It's just what I've done for as long as I've done this retreat. Friday night is celebration night. We just busted it for 3 days, and I'm in the kitchen making you guys my Falcone tacos. So that's how we wrap it up, and then you fly out on Saturday. So I'll make this promise to you: if you come to my retreat and you're ready to get super serious about your business and be done being stuck or being whatever you're in, and you're just like, I know this guy, or I think this guy can help me, I'm going to go, then come along for the ride and let's see what we can do together. Here's my promise to you. If you come to this retreat, now this is like, It costs me a bunch of money to deal with the house and the caterer and all this stuff. If you come and you're leaving and you're like, bro, that was not worth the money I spent, I will give you a refund. Now, here's the thing. This is not a $20 retreat. Like I'm with you from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's almost 5 days. I have no problem laying out the cost because eventually you're going to know what the cost is. So the total cost for this working recruiting retreat is $5,000. The only other expense you have is just the air. So you got to fly here. You're not going to pay for food. You're not going to pay for anything else. You don't have to worry about the hotel or anything because we're staying in the house. You get done. And if for whatever reason you're like, man, I wasn't worth it to me. I'll tell you this because I've done enough of these. I've never yet had someone come back and say, I want a refund. That's how confident I am with what I'm able to do with you at this style of working retreat. This is actually, for me, probably the most fun kind of experience because I get to literally dig in with you and help you build and help you to have a significant breakthrough, a breakthrough that you will never forget that you've had. You will walk out of that going, wow, look what I accomplished. Look where I started. I can say, I'm not going to do this, but I can sit here and give you story after story after story of people that came to my retreat totally stuck. I mean, I've had some people, I'll just say, I'll be very nice, not at all comfortable or good with the business building activities that we do in network marketing and walk out of there on fire, confident, getting it done and be able to stay in that zone. So again, this is what I mean. You're going to pay for it either way. You're either going to pay for it and let's get you fixed and let's get you producing more and let's get you into major action, or you're going to pay for it because, you know, you're not getting paid month in, month out, month in, month out. It could be another year. I mean, I've seen people, I have a friend of mine up in Washington State that was my neighbor. Both of them had full-time jobs. I knew him. I lived there in that house for like 6 years. They were in a network marketing company at the time. I mean, I think they're still there. They were there for at least 12 years and they were still not making enough money to be able to quit their day jobs. Now, some people want to quit their day jobs, but I know for a fact they just weren't. How can you be in a company for 12 years and not be producing 10, 15,000 a month? And that's not even big money. 10 to 15,000 a month. I mean, I don't want to devalue it, but it's not like 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, 25 grand. I mean, 10 grand a month after 12 years. That, I don't want that happening for you. I don't want you to be a bobber bobbing along in your company, hanging out, waiting. You know, that's not a good position to be in. You join your company because you wanted to make money. You join your company because you wanted to be successful. Let's get you to be successful. Let me help you break through, have that major breakthrough and get yourself from a semi-stuck or completely stuck or bland, humdrum, blah, whatever situation you're in, or you're just not getting after it. Maybe you're a leader, and I've had lots of leaders come to these as well that just went into management mode for so long that they're having a very difficult time getting back on the horse, so to speak. And I can promise you, I can get anyone into action and anyone unstuck. This is me with you directly. I'm not bringing in other coaches. This is like the most intimate style retreat you can imagine. Like I get up, you're going to see me all disheveled in the morning, sipping my coffee as we get to work. I mean, we're living together. So it's a pretty amazing experience. And again, I'm not even putting a website together for this because by the time the team puts the website together, it's already sold out. So if you're on my YouTube channel, get over to this, where this video is, okay? I can't even talk right now. Where this video is on my website. And so this episode is toddfalcone.com/episode 309, okay? TODDFALCONE.com/episode 309. That's this episode. In the body of the text beneath this video, you will see information on how to directly get in contact with me via email. And I'll give you very specific instructions. There'll be a link to my personal email. You just click on it, send me an email, say I'm in, and it's going to be the first 8 that register. And as soon as we hit 8, You won't be hearing about this again until I do the next one. And I don't know when I'm going to do the next one because May, June are super busy months for me with other retreats and other events that I'm doing. So it probably won't be until, I don't know, July or August. So, and why would you want to wait till July or August to finally get yourself in gear? If you haven't been able to get yourself in gear yet, what's going to change unless somebody like me has a chance to work directly with you to get you unstuck? And if you're on my podcast as well, catching this on audio, pull over, stop, whatever, toddfalcone.com/episode 309. Again, you come over there, you'll see this. You're catching me on audio. If you're on my podcast, you'll see down below the video details about the retreat, the dates, as well as how to get in contact with me directly so we can get you registered. So, all right. I hope you're having a lovely day. I want to help you have an amazing life in network marketing. This business is too good to be in it and not be profitable. I want you to get network marketing going right, because when you get network marketing going right, there is truly nothing better. Okay. So I'll see you guys in my retreat, and have yourself an amazing day.